Welcome to CRA Modcast number 8, and we're going to be talking about why 18-inch barrels are fucking retarded. So, I have no thoughts to give anymore.
Nobody does.
The anti-Mark 12 video.
Yeah. Why if you're not building a Mark 12, 18-inch barrels are fucking stupid. In 5.56. We'll
Yes.
caveat that.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Let's be very clear.
Because that's right. Your SPR-inspired build is dumb. I went out there. I said it.
It's cool.
But it's dumb. Yeah. Because reasons.
Several.
Or, yeah, because of reasons. No, it always gets on me when people like start throwing around, 18 inches is a great compromise, and 20 inch and then 16. I'm sitting here like, no. But then people try to be like, but rifle length gas system. I'm like, are you really hanging up on a gas system over barrel length and the rounds and the purpose of the rifle that you should be thinking of before you even think about fucking gas system? I mean, are you trying to tell me that the rifle length gas is so important that the entire military has ditched the 20-inch rifle as the frontline infantry rifle? Are you trying to tell me that the 18-inch is such a great compromise that the military hasn't completely fucking disowned the Mark 12 program and all other 18-inch rifle length 5.56 rifles? The only people I know of that are still using that are the fucking Philippines.
And the Pogues. Don't forget the Pogues.
Well, the Pogues still get the 20 inches, yes, but as far as actual 18-inch like SPR barrels, I think the Philippines are using like a Daniel Defense 18-inch barrel or something.
Well, they don't count as real people.
Yeah, but they're also getting like ridiculous feet per second out of it too. So
yeah,
distance. They get ridiculous distance out of it.
I think that was their old stuff. That's what they claimed out of their old guns that were like 24, 26 inch tubes.
Oh, okay.
Like
yeah, okay, that makes sense. I think we did have that discussion.
So yeah, there's that. But anyways, no, I mean, it's just that the conversation comes up a lot because you got people saying, I want a long range build, or I want, like a precision-ish build. And everybody's like, 18 inches is the best. And I'm like, based on what?
It's funny.
50 feet per second.
This was our topic for tonight because I was actually just dropping truth bombs in the Nut and Fancy Facebook page because those people are
snap.
I think
stupid.
I want to say David was today or yesterday as well, just getting on this same debate.
I was in AR-15 builders or something like that, and people were making statements and stuff, and I'm like, what are we basing this on? Are we actually basing this on numbers? Are we actually basing this on observations? Having both barrel lengths next to each other? No, these were just based on this said and that said, and they this and that. I'm like, okay, so let's take two rifles with similar like heavyish profiles, wild chambers, shooting the same lot and same ammo. I shoot them side by side. One's a 16-inch, one's an 18-inch, both suppressed. And I found maybe a 50 foot per second difference as far as actual velocity. I found a few tenths worth of mils of actual adjustment necessary.
Which
I did find
fucking nothing.
Yeah, I did find that with the 16-inch, your wind hold might be a little bit more aggressive, but that was at like 750 yards. Is where it actually became like a somewhat biggish number.
You want to know what else changes?
What?
The amount of door frames you destroy.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, there's no way, right?
Yeah, if 0.2 inches matter that much, imagine what 2 inches matter.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Jesus.
What's 2 inches among friends, I guess.
Yeah. But, anyways, no, it comes up all the time, and every time I see it, I start something. Then people start talking about rifle length gas system, and I'm sorry. I get that people think that rifle length gas is just so important for soft shootingness and reliability, but an 18-inch rifle gas is wrong. It's not the appropriate length or timing.
Actually,
it's not.
It isn't.
What's really funny about the soft shooting shit is the 11.5 is a carbine gas with a Voltower A5, and it's the softest shooting rifle ever.
Well, I was about to say something like that. The 11.5 and 12.5s are also extremely soft shooting with the right gas and the right buffer. I mean, it's you want to say that just rifle length when you can tune, you can get an adjustable gas block if you want. You can get any buffer system you want or anything like that, and tune a rifle to be soft shooting. If you really, if that's what you're going for.
That's what you honestly think you need because you're caring about split times apparently when shooting at 600 or 700 or 800 yards,
right?
Which is the rifles being discussed. They're like, oh well, rifle length gas system, and my follow up, and I'm like, dude, I think the only difference that I find between shooting my 18-inch and my 16-inch is the fact that the 18-inch actually has a giant fucking arms rail, a giant fucking loopholed scope on it, and
2 inches.
Like a front sight base. Oh yeah, whatever. So there's a difference of, there's a weight difference between the two. It also has a heavier profile. 18-inch actually has an SPR profile. My Ballistic Advantage 16-inch has like a lighter, it's like a meteor government profile. It's not a medium contour completely. It's literally like if you take government contour and.
Yeah. Do you have the is it M4 profile? I mean, on the like. If you were.
No, it's not M4 profile. It's
okay.
It's Ballistic Advantage's tactical government, which is literally take the government profile and fatten it up. So it is still, contoured under the handguard. It's not like a straight contour under there like an SPR is. But it's not as skinny. It's not like down to like 700 or 625 or whatever it is that, is normally under there. So it's fatter, but it's the right amount of fat as far as I'm concerned. It's enough to kind of help.
Yeah.
It's not so fat that you're running a giant fucking SPR fatty tube.
Mm-hmm.
It balances nicely. And I've myself and others have had pretty damn nice performance out of a $200 barrel, that the Ballistic Advantage is.
Well, hey, that's another thing. Ballistic Advantage is putting out some serious barrels. Just as a little clip there. They're really doing some phenomenal work. Like, because, people are starting to say on their Mark 12s. Sorry.
Yeah.
Ballistic Advantage is becoming a really popular barrel for it versus the Douglas or the, what's the other one?
The Douglas is like the spec barrel, but I mean, like we're also talking about, you've got Krieger out there, you've got White Oak, you've got
White Oak,
Company.
that was one.
You've got a couple options out. I mean, you've got options out there, right?
Right.
But as far as the bang per dollar goes, it used to be White Oak was like the budget Mark 12 barrel, right? Like a lot of people use ADCO by default used White Oaks for all their builds. And they built a lot of Mark 12s for different people over the years. Like they offer it as like, hey, we can build you a Mark 12 mod 0 or 1 or whatever. And they give you like the list of parts they use. And they by default use the White Oak.
I had a White Oak that was gangster as a motherfucker. Great barrel.
Yeah. Well, we also, here's the other thing. We also have to give it up to BA because the whole barrel happened that everybody's using for their mod H's happened because a couple of us emailed them. We're like, hey, could you offer that TacGov with your ops profile? Because they had Mark 12 barrels. They had like an SPR contour barrel.
Yeah.
And it was emails like, hey, if you could offer that barrel in, an ops with the Ops Inc. profile, I think you'd have a hot seller on your hands. I know I emailed, and I think maybe a couple other people did as well. And then sure enough, they're like, yeah, hey, we're gonna make a run of these, and then they sold out fast as shit. And now they're like a standard barrel.
Yeah.
Like they just replaced that barrel. That barrel just comes with the Ops Inc. profile now instead of having two. That's the one they sell.
Right. Well, see, that's what I was going to ask you a second ago. Is there a way for you to, on your 16-inch, can you mount the same cam that's on your Moto?
Yeah. If I actually went and got the Ops brake, you can go back and forth. So it's got the 12th model profile and everything like that. Okay. So here's now I don't run my Ops on it because I have an AAC can that I've had forever, and it's I want to be able to shoot both suppressed at the same time. I don't want to have to share cans. So if my dad and I go to the range, we can shoot together and both sit there and play with steel at 600 and 750 yards and have fun and stuff. But that's the thing is I've shot my old 18-inch White Oak. I've shot my current 18-inch White Oak, and I've shot my 16-inch Ballistic Advantage all out to the same exact range next to each other, same lots of IMI and CBC stuff, And the differences between the two rifles are, okay, 2 more tenths at 750. Maybe 3. That's it. 50 feet per second, roughly. Roughly 50 yards of supposed supersonic life zone or whatever. It's somewhere between 800 and 900 yards. But I mean, we're talking 5.56. Can you stretch it if you're a good rifleman? Yes. Should that be your first choice? I don't really think so. Because you're not going to hunt with it, because if you're hunting, you're going for an ethical kill, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're hunting, you pick, okay, what bullet do I want? What am I going to do? I'm going to hunt. Okay, I want a big bullet that's going to kill game ethically at. Then you start looking at the loading for it. Okay, do I need to do 300 Win Mag? Do I want to do, some kind of Wildcat or something along those lines? Then you start to look at the barrel lengths to get the velocities and energy that you need for that. Like that's how you should be thinking about it. You should be thinking about the thing I want to do, the best bullet to do the thing I want to do. Then you start deciding what loading and what chambering and then what barrel length.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what you should be doing. You shouldn't be like, I want rifle length gas. Okay, the fuck else are you doing with that rifle?
Everything.
Because there's so many people come in like, I want an 18-inch barrel, and that's how they walk into it because they've seen other people with 18-inch barrels, and I'm like, okay, cool. Why? And then people get, they get salty about it. They get their Jimmy's rustled. Sometimes people are like, oh yeah, well, I mean, I see these SPRs and I think they're pretty cool. And I'm like, okay, you got a 16-inch already? They're like, yeah. I'm like, why the fuck aren't you using that? It'll do everything this one will do. I've done them next to each other. I'm trying to save you money, saving you time. Unless you just really are like one of those people, I have money to burn. I've got a slot in my armory. I feel like having an 18-inch barrel. Fine, fucking whatever. Go for it. Do it. Just don't sit on a forum. Don't get on Facebook. Don't get on Reddit and sit there and keep trying to tell people that the 18-inch is like some kind of perfect compromise and that it was purposely chosen because it wasn't. It was either one, a compromise because they had 2 different desires for barrel length and they just picked the middle, or 2, the other story is that a 20-inch was already in inventory and they wouldn't let them buy that. Those are the 2 stories that are there. So which one? Do you just want a fucking compromise or do you want a compromised? Do you actually want what's best for what you're going to do, or do you want to use a fucking compromise barrel that literally died out and nobody in their fucking right mind uses right now? Because even the 20-inch, like I said, the 20-inch the infantry have said we don't need a 20-inch. Ranger used the M27 as like a quasi DMR, which Pratt has been on here before and basically quoted as they are pretty much doing that now. That's a 16-inch. 14.5, 416s. Been doing the Lord's work, shooting people in the face. All the 308s are getting shorter. Like, fucking more evidence.
The K1.
Oh my god. Anyways, yeah, that's my favorite thing to go and have internet arguments about is barrel lengths and people who. I mean, hey, if there's folks that actually can give me a decent reason why they think it's great, I mean, that's nice and all, but I'm not just going to roll over and say, yeah, oh, sure, you're right. I have yet to see empirical reasons that somebody's telling me an 18-inch is not doing this thing that a 16-inch cannot do, or that a 20-inch couldn't do better, or that a 24-inch couldn't do even more better.
Mm-hmm. Well, and see, that's the other thing. You see a lot of people trying to say that the shorter the barrel, the less accurate and all that, which I think we touched on.
I mean, that's like internet gun myth number 1 that should be dead and buried by now, but never is.
Yeah, I think we brought up the Sharps the last time we talked about it.
Yeah.
But it's, you got a 10.5-inch or 10.3, depending on what clone you're building. Doing the same accuracy out to 500, out to 550. Yeah. I think the one I read was 500 to 600 is the way they claimed it. But making clean shots, and then people want to say that you have to have 18, 20-inch barrel for that. I just don't. That's what Russell's my Jimmy's.
Yeah. Or they say that. Here's the best thing. They're the guy that fucking apparently got everybody booted out of gun AR-15 dorks of America or whatever. Which I did fucking nothing to get kicked from that group. I'm literally guilty by association because you cock bags. I did nothing, and one day was not even
about that
into it to get into that particular discussion because I'm like.
Either.
This guy was literally basically saying it was like practically rocket science being able to do those things. I'm like,
that's what to hit a 6-inch plate at 800 yards. That was rocket science to him.
I shot the M16A2 more in boot camp and then infantry school than I did the entire rest of the 4 years of my enlistment because I was a fucking 03 poke. Okay? I was an okay expert. And when I actually went down to sharpshooter, I was a low expert. I've got basic rifle training. I've never done anything precision. The only things I've been taught are breathing, sight alignment, trigger control. That's it. That's fucking it. I reverse engineered everything I had figured out by watching people, asking people, fucking YouTube videos, articles and shit, you know, snippets of things here and there, watching what other people were doing. That's how I figured it out.
He watches a lot of Nothing Fancy.
No, stop it. You know what? You don't even joke about that. Like, really? Anyways. No, like I pretty much figured the fuck out. Like it's not hard at all. It's not rocket fucking science. It just takes like 10 minutes of talking to somebody and having them like point out a couple basic things. Like I mean, for fuck's sake, I got my wife out there who, like, one of our first dates was the first time she had ever fired a gun. And this was only the second or third time we'd ever been out to the range. I got her qualled at 500 with the SPR. I dialed it. Wow. I put her behind it. I said, shoot. She fucking did basic breathing, sight alignment, and trigger control and was smacking a steel plate at 500 yards fucking over and over and over and over and over again. And I don't think I even put the 77 grain stuff. I think it was 55s.
Oh, that is another topic altogether.
If my wife can do it after having only been out a couple times to the range, you have no excuses.
No.
Zero.
And see, that's what I was trying to say to that guy, because the conversation we're talking about is the one that actually got me banned from that group.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, but I kept trying to tell him, it's not impossible. It is obtainable. It's not. It may not be the easiest thing in the world for someone to just go out and do, but
I mean, he was literally acting like you had to be a PRS shooter to do it.
Yeah, right. I was like, look, man, and he kept, of course, I don't have an 800-yard range where I live, or any way of shooting that far where I live. 600 is the max, and I just got my gun completed, and then, of course, if you look, there's no scope, so I haven't had any chance to go shoot it. But I was trying to tell him, it's not. This is not my experience. This is just knowledge. It's out there. It's not impossible. I would have fucking
linked him to videos of me at 750 with both the 16-inch and 18-inch. It was like 10 or 20 rounds each. Just again and again and again and again and again, and it's fucking 750.
I mean, really,
like, it is not.
Well, the thing is,
hard.
This guy, the OP messaged me. He said, "Hey, thanks. I'm not trying to be 6-inch groups at that. I just want to be able to hit it 1 out of 5 times, and I'd be happy." That's
still that one going.
I don't know. I just
or is that just a different time you got banned?
No, that's the same one. That's the same. No, I am back in the group. Sort of. So it doesn't matter.
I don't know why. I don't know why I got removed in the first place. Is it just because Hunter would tag me into things?
No, it was association.
Like, I'm sorry, guys, but if you're not fucking cloners, you don't need to be in our group, spying out and looking for cool things.
No, I did add one of their admins to our group, but it was because he had an inclination to maybe clone one day.
Yeah.
I had an inclination to clone one day, and I joined the group. And if you watch CRA Modcast number uno, you'll see that. That's the only reason I have a clone now is because someone added me.
Yep.
And now I have a Mark 12. Sorry, Vince. I don't know why I keep saying that.
No, I mean, but hey, you know what? The Mark 12 is what gets most people into cloning. I mean, for some people, it's the shorty M4s, and or they see M4s and they're like, I want a military type, M16 or something like that. Okay, that gets some people, but Mark 12,
hey, ACOG
gets people in.
Get a lot of people in.
People see them and they're like, damn, I need that.
It's a sexy rifle.
Yeah.
Well, that's what got you into cloning, was a Mark 12.
Yeah, but it was the original gangster shit. Not this fucking.
Yeah, that's not...
I look like I have a LaRue LT15 stealth upper, fucking Mod 1 shit. Hey guys, check out my LaRue. I'm just waiting for. I'm waiting for it to happen. You're gonna go to the range. Somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, that's a nice LaRue upper."
I like that LaRue rail. Is that a Predatobar? Is that a Predatober?
No, it would be a stealth upper because it's got the LT15.
Yeah.
I mean, enough people
have that weird.
You guys are rustling all the jimmies right now.
I don't care.
Anyways, the only true compromise in barrel length is 16-inch.
14.5.
Yeah. Well, but 16-inch would be the compromise if you don't want to deal with an FA shit and you don't want to have to take off and you want to change rails or do any kinds of other stuff. Like, unless if you're super certain that you have the only muzzle device you'll ever want, the only rail system you'll ever want, and that you'll definitely have enough money next time you actually burn that barrel out to replace everything anyways, I would not pin and weld.
14.5.
Okay, let me interrupt. First off, motherfucker, 90% of the people that shoot don't fucking shoot, and you're never going to burn out a barrel. Secondly, it's not that hard to get a muzzle device unpinned. It's really not. And if you're not using a suppressor adapter,
I still wouldn't do it.
You could probably get the gas block off. So.
Well, there actually is a company now making a muzzle device called the Slim Jim, which will allow you to pull a 750 gas block over it.
Yeah, but is it suppressor compatible?
Which is pretty cool. But no, you kidding me?
There you go.
That's
why you should always have your muzzle devices
in the NFA game.
How many people actually use fucking suppressors?
Enough.
Hey, I tell you what, I'm just waiting for the day where saltwater etched little circles will count as pin and weld in the ATF.
Not getting you in fucking jail too. Yeah, man, that shit needs to fucking die in a fire soon. That whole.
I'm telling you. Yeah, the third pin.
Well, their keyword has always been intent.
Y'all are trying
the intent.
To sound,
you don't get to decide the intent.
Y'all are starting to sound.
You don't get to prove.
Like
HPA is going to pass.
I don't think it is anytime soon. Just because of the fact that shit always happens in Congress. They always do some shit. There will be a poison pill attached to it. That's what happened. That's how Congress functions.
The best part about the HPA is it is full of things that they can take out as a compromise. That's what I love about it. Like, hey, we should refund everyone that's ever bought a suppressor. And they're going to be like, no. They're like, well, we'll just take that out and still pass suppressors.
I don't think you're understanding how a poison pill works, though. Like, this isn't about them removing this or that in order to make somebody happy. A poison pill is where they attach something else that is completely objectionable by the people introducing the bill to the point where they will withdraw the bill. That is a poison pill.
No, that's huge. I was talking about something.
I fully believe that's what they're going to try and do. They're going to try and put something like opposite
of,
well,
you can get a suppressor if it's not semi-automatic.
No, like something fucking more retarded. Like we have to regulate something else, or
if you get a suppressor, you have to keep all your guns locked up at the range.
No, it'll just be something equally stupid.
My goodness, I don't have the imagination of a liberal.
Well, you have to. That's the thing. It's what's going to happen. They're going to poison pill it as best they can. That's their game plan. That was their game plan with the '86 fucking Hughes Amendment. I mean.
And you're right.
Poison pilled the shit out of it.
It worked, didn't it?
And then we took the pill because we were promised something would not make it in there, and it fucking did make it in there. And then here we are, fucking, however many years ago, still having the Hughes Amendment that they never fucking go away. So,
this is going to be a weird tangent, but kind of related. 14.5-inch barrels with the mid-length gas system. Do you think that's as soft shooting as a 20-inch or 18-inch with a rifle length system?
Mm-hmm. It can be. They all can be. I mean,
without tuning the buffer, without all the external things, just simply
depends on the actual port. It depends on the port size and it depends on the ammo it's set up to use. If you're setting it up to be able to shoot wolf and shit, then it's going to be overgassed. If you're setting it up just to shoot mil-spec ammo, then it should be pretty soft shooting. Because then you don't have to overgas it all the fuck to get it to run.
Yeah, see.
Well, I mean, BCM recommends that you only shoot high quality ammo, like mil-spec shit through their guns. So.
Who does?
Yeah.
BCM.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, hell, Filthy 14 was a fucking mid 14.5, right?
Mm-hmm. Mid 14.5 with a standard barrel.
Wasn't even a hammer forged. So I mean, the gas system works. So all this shit about needing to go rifle length gas for reliability as well, I always fucking laugh at them. I'm like, are you fucking serious right now? If it mattered that much, we wouldn't be going to the M4 crawl. Like somebody with legit experience would have in there somewhere been like, no. But yeah, force wide, everybody's going to M4s.
Well, now, are we going to start seeing the death of carbine? gas systems?
Not yet.
At any point?
I don't see that
Not
going
yet?
anywhere because 14.5 with the carbine is probably going to be more likely to be reliable in the absolute most shitty, austere conditions. If I were to guess.
Okay.
I mean, that's generally the justification I would consider like 14.5.
I do know there's a person in this group that thinks the mid-length 14.5 is the perfect weapon system.
In a lot of respects, I agree.
That was a legitimate question. I really don't know the answer to. Why is carbine so much more reliable than mid-length?
You could argue that mid-length.
Okay, so carbine is more likely to over gas it, so to speak.
You could argue mid-length is more reliable in the long term. Because mid-length is
well, I mean, as far as it not beating up the action probably is bad, right?
Mid-length is easier on parts than carbine is. You could argue the dwell time issues. I mean, who's making the gun? Is it a BCM gun or is it a
Daniel Defense? Well, we don't want to start that argument.
I mean, I'm not a particular fan of Daniel Defense anyway. So.
No, well, that's what I was saying. Well, they're also known for their overgassed.
Yeah, well, they do it to run most commercial ammo because they know most people that are buying rifles are going to run all kinds of junk, and then they're going to complain, my rifle cycle, this Daniel Defense sucks. I'm a fucking idiot.
Well, I love seeing that.
Daniel Defense is overpriced.
Yeah, it is.
I could build the exact same rifle for the same price.
Daniel Defense is overpriced. What fucking crack pipe are you smoking? Are you fucking serious?
Well, let's look at the Daniel Defense Mark 12 real quick.
No, let's not. That rifle doesn't exist to me. Let's just leave it at that.
Daniel Defense
that's probably my favorite.
Daniel Defense is fucking overpriced. You could build a very comparable...
Mainly because their rail system. If you took the rail system out of the picture...
You can build a very comparable, if not better rifle through BCM for less. And not a small amount less. Or a couple $100 less.
Is that with the rail?
No.
Yeah, that would be the rail's the main thing.
I could really...
That's the only reason... Honestly, that rail is the only reason people buy DD.
I'm not talking clones, Tards. I'm just talking overall rifle quality.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Their rail prices are mainly where that $200 difference happens.
They're fucking rails.
I mean, there's some people that swear by the KMR, but at the same time, there's people that say the KMR is too flimsy for them.
The KMR is the KMR is too flimsy. However, the fucking DD rails are overpriced. Fuck you, I said it, wrestling all the Jimmies. DD rails are overpriced. For the same price, you can get a Geisley, which is a more rigid rail. Eat a fucking fat
here's the
if
thing.
You don't like it.
Here's the thing, though. What is that word I'm looking for? Clone.
I see, and again, that's where you don't understand. I don't give a fuck. Clones are cool, but impractical.
Hey, here's my thing. If they're going to charge that much for their DDM4A1s, they should at least have the right fucking barrel profile. You get it? Right? They should at least have a fucking SOCOM profile barrel if they're going to talk about, here's the DDM4A1. Well, fucking, why are you going to pay that extra money for the DDM4A1? Oh, because it's the only one that has, what was it that the fucking guy said on that one site? He was like,
go ahead.
Name's Ty, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and give us some advice for future videos. And as always, love clones.